way do you want me to hold
Wherever
it?
you want to hold it.
If you have a try, that'd be really helpful.
You're about to listen to a podcast full of wonder, excitement, and discovery. It's time for an adventure through Odyssey. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Adventures Through Odyssey podcast, Odyssey Revisited. I'm Will here with Gabe, John, Liv, and Leah. The whole gang is together today for the first time in 2017, and for once. And if Gabe and Leah's image gets a little wonky, they're on a phone, so that's what's going on there. So, we are recording this on Inauguration Day, but it's been requested I don't say anything political, so...
Hail to Jace Mouse, who wins a scavenger. Okay, that's all I wanted to do.
Hey, he's coming back this year when they go to New Zealand, so...
No way.
Really?
Yeah, there's an episode where Whit and Jason go to New Zealand and Jay's on the cast list.
Oh yeah,
I
he's
liked
an actor
it.
now.
Really quickly, I'd like just to say to anyone who's listening, please forgive me if I don't make a lot of comments. I haven't heard the album.
Yes, Gabe will sit here and react to these
I'm just here because I don't want to be blamed for flaking out again.
Oh, it has nothing to do with you flaking out, Gabe. I just wanted to see your reaction to the episodes.
Okay.
I know. He has to listen to them.
Because some of these are pretty spectacular. Alrighty.
Yeah.
So, Connie the counselor. Eugene reluctantly allows Connie to test out her budding counseling skills on him for a psychology assignment. Meanwhile, Buck and Jules try to find something to keep them entertained around Odyssey.
I ship him.
Oh, so does the show. It's like the Eugene-Connie relationship the show never gave us.
So they're gonna do it with Buck's foster child and Connie's half sister.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because it's close enough.
Yeah. So
Oh,
the actual episode, the highlight for me was Eugene's really on-the-nose Buck impression.
Yes.
Yeah, that was funny.
And they acknowledged old episodes existed, like the driving incident, and...
Yeah. So
they're-
that means that everything is canon,
Pretty much.
and they are revisiting their old stuff, which is a smart thing.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that later, but... I'm going to comment on the ending when they make a batch of cookies at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
No, hold on. My mom and my and her sisters, my aunts, when they were younger, they would make this chocolate sauce at like 2, 3 in the morning, especially if there were certain problems.
Okay.
And
Huh.
they perfected the recipe
Okay, well...
through those years. So yeah, I have the recipe for perfect hot chocolate sauce, and it was made late at night.
Did they dip it in orange juice?
No.
Yeah, that was weird. That reminded me of the scene in The Parent Trap.
Yeah, that's what I was
hold
thinking
on, they
too.
did cookies and orange juice.
Yeah, and they both realized that the other one does that.
Yeah.
Because
Who
they're
was
half
it?
sisters, Jules and Connie.
Oh,
Bonding moment. And then I'm sure the next night they stayed up and made taffy.
they pierced each other's ears.
No, not quite that far.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure Connie has her ears pierced already.
Oh, I'm
Jules
sure.
too.
I picture Jules being one of those girls who has like 5 piercings around her ear.
Probably
Oh yeah.
a lip piercing.
No, but her cartoon picture doesn't have that.
Yeah, maybe not that far.
They
Well,
don't show
that's
that
because that Focus on the Family is very conservative about their characters.
That is true.
But in reality, she brought with a very what's the word I'm looking for? Not really uncaring, but not all their mom. She probably would look different.
That is probably
Yeah.
true.
Real quick, okay. We should place bets on what character definitely has a tattoo.
I'm sure
Nick.
Jules does have a tattoo.
But
She's
she's
12.
14.
I feel like it'd be
or
Vance.
15.
She's not 14.
Yeah, they said that in the episode. I think she was like 14 or 15.
I think you're right.
Okay then.
If any character had a tattoo, it was Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. But he's
Yeah.
long gone.
Yeah, they converted him in a Clubhouse magazine episode, which I still
Ugh.
didn't get.
Really?
Yes. We were curious one week, so I looked it up, and apparently that's where it happened.
I think Wooten would have a tattoo.
Really?
Would it be someplace where? Yeah, hold on. Stay with me for a minute. It's something probably to do with licorice
Yeah.
and Jesus, and it's in a place where no one really talks about because no one really sees it. So it's like on his back,
Right.
or
So it's a
something
spine
that's covered
tattoo
up.
that's a licorice cross.
Yes.
Probably.
Actually, your Wooten statement,
Yes.
your statement about Wooten brings up a storyline through the whole season I wish we could have seen, and that's Wooten and Penny's random letters from their honeymoon.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Just saying, an episode of them bumbling around London probably would have been interesting.
I
Or
know. I would have liked that.
France.
They probably would have run into some trouble, and Jason would have come to save the day.
Ooh,
All that stuff.
there's an episode. Write that down, Focus. Well, nothing about the next album's been announced yet, so it's still a possibility. Oh no, wait, they announced Mr. Skint is coming back. So, and something about an
Yeah,
autistic
tattoo. Yeah.
and an autistic child. So, any notes, John, before I plow forward?
It's okay. It's fine. I mean, it's pretty non-eventful. I feel like there's some issues with the end, but no.
Oh, yeah. The ending when they're caught setting fireworks off the building. If I were Eugene, I would realize Buck is taking the fall right now.
Yeah, you would think well, probably, I don't know, maybe most parents or foster parents would probably give Buck the benefit of the doubt, but
Right.
considering Buck's history,
Yes.
they probably wouldn't have. But, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things that, like, kids will be kids, so you can't really punish them too greatly, but you need to be like, hey, that's not okay.
Oh, yeah. No friend like an old friend. On a bus ride home, Connie meets Wilson Knox, who recalls a tale from his childhood about a science competition and two boys named Ave and Al. Okay.
Who was the other kid in the science club? The really nerdy kid that sounded like he
Wit.
had nasal issues.
Oh, that
No.
was the boy.
No, the one.
That was the pastor telling the story as a boy.
No. The kid who wanted the baking soda volcano for their science project.
Yeah, that was the.
Which was like,
I believe
That's the
that.
guy telling the story as a kid.
He is a.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
But we all know
That
that,
was the
kid.
point, though.
We all know that kid. But then we get the M. Night Shyamalan twist at the end.
yeah.
They're actually Wit and Jack, which I cracked about halfway through, to be perfectly honest.
Eh.
So, is Wit's
I wasn't-
sister
I was-
dead? No, oh, go ahead.
Well, I said I wasn't too surprised.
Yeah. Yep, more young Mr. Whitaker. So, question for the panel. If the pastor married Wit's sister, is Wit's sister now dead?
I don't know.
This is
Well,
We've never really heard about her much at all, so I'm assuming she's dead. I don't know.
well, yeah, but I feel like Wit has had so many people in his life die, his sister would have come up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems rather highly suspect.
maybe his sister died way before they moved to Odyssey.
Ooh. True.
So most people in Odyssey probably would have known about the fact that he had a sister, and people who are coming in new, aka Connie and Eugene, wouldn't know and wouldn't ask.
Right. Well, if Connie didn't know, and to find that out, I would ask, so where's your sister, Wit? But, right, so I need to just get something off my chest about the morals of this episode. The fact that Wit and Jack get off pretty scot-free for basically breaking all of the rules. I know I sound like the boy in the episode. That, you know, they kind of just get a slap on the wrist, but they still let it in because they're doing something good. It's very...
I mean, how old were those kids? What grade were they in?
They were in elementary school, so I'm going to guess 9 or 10.
Okay, how lame would it be to go to like to like a science expo, and there are like 3 baking soda volcanoes, and you go to this one school and you see there is now another one, and you're like, wow,
How
good
original.
job. The school is
Okay.
lame. How
Oh, yeah.
original.
Let
Now,
me just.
Yeah.
Oh, you can keep going.
basic.
I mean, the one thing I liked about this episode, it's a little kind of lame overall. It's that that the kid isn't like, oh, I feel so changed by this kid's story. He was still mad they didn't get in trouble,
Yeah.
like at first. And I guess that happens sometimes, but at least recently it seems like the characters are like, oh, right away. So,
Yeah, that's
I think
a thing.
another audio episode probably did this, but just from recent stuff in general, it's decent to see.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Any other comments?
No,
Okay, clearly.
not that I can think of.
Fathers and sons. After skipping a fishing trip with his dad, Jason gets caught up in a mystery involving a music box, a few books, and a father's inheritance. It's another Prodigal Son
Agreed.
episode, basically.
Well,
It's different, but...
technically you're using their word wrong.
Right.
Well, it's kind of like the prodigal son, but prodigal does not mean what you think it is. What it means. When you think of the prodigal son, what do you think prodigal means? I learned this in Sunday school. So what do you think it means?
Reformed?
No. Anyone else? Like most people would think wayward or reform or whatever. It's actually someone who spends money lavishly.
Huh.
Yes. So, in this instance, for the prodigal son, they're actually turning it on its head and making the actual son like the prodigal son.
Impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Mind blown.
I know.
Ooh.
I know.
I'm gonna put that on my list of things to teach the kids. Okay. Anyway, so everyone knew the payoff to this mystery was it was a Bible, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which also led to, like, a car title, which
Yeah,
probably does not exist anymore.
But
exactly.
here's, I think, the problem.
Yeah.
I know they had, the money was in there and everything. Like, it was in the Bible and the land. I feel like the fact that it still was a Bible and they've pulled that card, like, once or twice before, just in this series, is kind of... Oh, was that what you were saying?
No, I did a count 5 times.
Oh.
If we
It
count
was
stuff
like,
like
the
the
Bible.
Yeah.
If you count, like, the cartoon episode and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
One thing they also don't really they also don't take it from, like, the original son's point of view, where he has the regret, like, if I did open the Bible, I would have gotten that card years ago.
Right. I mean, I'm inclined to open up any book I receive just in case someone stashed something in there. You never know. But
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And books are amazing.
that's true, too. And sometimes there's incredibly sappy notes about the Bible you were given.
Yeah.
My graduation Bible has a very sappy note in it. But
From, like, your school or something?
I'll tell you who it's from later.
Okay, hopefully they don't listen to this.
They don't. I'm positive they don't. I'm gonna get an angry text when I put this up on Tuesday. I do listen to the podcast.
Oops. We're sorry.
Yeah.
I'm apologizing for you. We're sorry.
Sorry, everyone. Yeah, right. But I mean, we get a sweet Wit Jason story about skipping the ski trip or water, whatever it was.
Fishing.
Ice fishing, I think.
Fishing.
Oh, fishing. If it was ice fishing, he would have just taken Eugene.
Yeah.
This-
If he wants fish.
Yeah.
Okay.
uh-huh.
All right. Let's try not to kill each other with this next one. The grass is always greener. With the Parker parents out of the house, Olivia enlists the help of Matthew and Camilla to switch bedrooms.
Guys, I'm gonna be honest about something.
Mm.
I didn't listen to this episode, but I don't
fine.
think it was
This was my
worth.
favorite.
I'm almost
No.
sure it wasn't worth watching.
John, I'm telling you this right now. You did not miss much.
Okay, so
I
I liked it.
hated this episode. Hated this episode.
Is it worse than the bicycle episode?
it's
No.
My single one was worse.
the bicycle one's worse. This episode probably has a little more character
It's like the worst
characterization.
episode of Odyssey.
Mm,
This episode, it's so stupid.
well,
Grr.
my problem is Olivia's always kind of a pain in the neck. They cranked it
Always.
up a little bit for this episode. Like, I personally never fought with John over the size of the bedroom.
Yeah, no.
I think there's some good.
Well,
Oh,
with how my bedroom is set up, I chose the bedroom that I was in. Like, I got to choose first when we moved into the house because, like, it was like my room at the time.
right.
So, like, I chose it. But now that I'm older and I see that the boys do actually, yes, have a bigger size room by at least a foot, I'm not like, oh, I want your room. Because guess what? My room is smaller than what they need.
Exactly. Right, and I'm going to.
So,
I think I maybe err a little more on Leah's side with this, that I don't hate the episode. I will say,
I liked it a lot.
okay, you probably liked it more than I did. But really,
Look,
my
I really liked clutter, so it kind of
Oh,
reminded me of
yeah.
that.
You see, my bigger complaint came from the subplot about Mr. and Mrs. Parker trying to buy a new lawnmower. And, like, they keep saying their lawnmower...
Yeah, that was really
Well,
strange.
my problem is that they keep saying their mower keeps consistently breaking down. I get not buying, like, that super fancy one, but if it keeps breaking down,
yeah,
just buy a new one.
get a new mower. You don't have to take a throwing mower. Like,
Yeah.
you can still have another push mower. Just
Yeah.
get a newer style. Get a newer model. Ugh.
Is a plane taking off
I
in
can't
someone's
stand it. I can't stand it when people are like, "Oh, I'm gonna waste hundreds and hundreds of dollars fixing up a mower, and eventually spending the equivalent of just buying a new mower."
Right. It's a time
On
to
the old-
it's a time to lesson of things don't always look great from the other side. And then they had Abuelita manipulate Olivia.
Yes.
Just so John knows, like, Olivia takes Camilla's room and Matthew's back in the basement because Olivia hated how the basement smelled. So Abuelita comes in and starts talking about how much she loves the window in Olivia's bedroom. And convinces her to go back.
Yeah, the bay window.
Yes. Now, here's the thing. If I were her siblings at this point, I would say, I'm not helping you move again.
I know. I really.
Exactly.
I mean,
No,
that might have been a little dark, but
but getting out of chores
true.
for at least a month, that's not too bad.
You've got a point. You do have a point. I don't know. Whenever siblings try to trade off chores in a TV show, I've never actually I wonder if they've ever stood by that. Or they just want to clean by themselves. Never mind. Okay, so any other thoughts on the episode? I mean, Leah clearly liked it more, so if she wants to rain some praise on it.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was entertaining because it kind of reminded me of the older episodes.
Yeah,
a little bit.
that's definitely fair. I just thought the characters were a little overplayed, and the lawnmower thing annoyed me.
Yeah, I didn't like the lawnmower part, but the other parts I found kind of entertaining because
Yeah.
I like Abuelita. She's just funny.
That
so.
is true. I ship her and Wit. We know that is happening. We just kind of have to wait for the inevitable. Although, speaking of inevitable relationships, Legacy Parts 1 and 2. Wit, Connie, and Eugene deal with the loss of an old friend and the appearance of a long-forgotten relative. Meanwhile, Buck and Jules meet a traveling group of singers in need of another member.
I could have cried.
Did,
I was tearing up.
did Gabe bow out or something?
Wait, which episode was this? I zoned out.
Legacy.
This is
The
this is the one
two-parter.
where
Oh,
Tom
Yeah.
Riley's
how
will.
weird.
No, I actually think it's really nice we did
Yeah.
Tom Riley. I will admit, the fact they kind of say it's been a while because the government was holding them up is so.
They should have done this episode 5 years ago.
this
Yeah.
this happened around the time that the government shut down.
That could be it too. Because
No, let's be honest. The only reason they did this is because they're like, let's at least reference this.
true.
Which
we
I'm
haven't
happy
done
they
anything
did.
with Tom. We haven't done anything with Tom Riley's land. Were we gonna do that? Oh,
Here's what
let's do this.
Here's the thing. I think they should have done one of two things. They should have had one of two characters return, because I think it would have been interesting. The guy doing the group of people should have been Edwin Blackard. And he could have been, like, disgraced or something, and now he's doing, like, those shows. I think that could have been funny.
Oh
Or I
yeah.
think it would have been interesting to have Richard Maxwell come back because of the whole thing with Tom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it was
Okay.
kind of a lame episode considering just what it was about. Like, I liked the idea, but it was just like, oh, they're going to do a little singing show.
I wish it was longer.
Yeah. Welcome back, Gabe.
Like, yes, we got to see the performance. We got to
Yeah.
see the performance on the second half of the show. I want to see how the performance did.
Yeah. Not just. Just so you know,
That
Gabe.
was like annoying. Like, really? That's it?
Yeah.
I really want to really quickly say that the Power Rangers trailer is epic.
It's good. I'm gonna.
No.
They just made it into something that's going to sell. That's all I'm going to say. All right.
Yes. No.
Logan looks better.
So, where was I going? I agree. I would have liked to have seen either of them getting ready to perform, or like more backstage of a show or post show. But I was going to say, John, if it was Edwin Blackard, we could have a whole scene where he's backstage panicking. We can't let Mr. Whitaker see this.
Oh, haha, well, funny joke.
Okay. But more importantly, so where was I? I do agree that Tom coming back in spirit's probably a good thing, and they brought in his sister who we haven't seen in like ever.
Again,
Yeah.
here's the problem.
Yeah.
You just bring in, like, brother-in-law, and you bring in the sister, two characters we've never heard of. It's like, oh, let's just do this.
The traveling troupe's kind of funny in some respects.
Yeah, and we're probably never going to see Tom's sister again after
That's-
this episode.
She probably died on the flight home.
The only reason they even had her was to be like, ooh, what will happen to the land? Like,
Yeah.
the weakest ever, like, questioning, like, oh no, what's gonna happen? Like, you knew.
I mean,
Yeah, kind of like how I said, like,
here's the important thing.
It would have been better
Could buy
to
it.
figure out what they were gonna do with it. Would have been a better episode. Yeah, he could have bought it.
He
oh
said-
my gosh, Wick could have bought it and still had enough money to fill up at least one of the cabins with ice cream. Let's be real.
True.
He has tons more money than that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I want to know how much money he actually has.
All right. So,
He's a millionaire.
Yeah, he has to be.
project for all you math majors out there: calculate Mr. Whitaker's net worth. Yeah, I did like they called it the Timothy Center by name. It's finally back from the void. And
Yeah.
the Transmuter, Ed, Wits End Council are all probably like in a back room somewhere of the Timothy Center at this point.
The shepherds.
Well, the Shepherds didn't really.
Yeah, what happened to the shepherds?
Well, they were in the Timothy Center when it was dissolved into the void.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm saying.
they're just gonna open a cabin and there they are, like nothing's changed.
Guys, where you been?
Where have you guys been? We've been in a void.
What happened to Aubrey?
That's some meta acting here.
Ex-
Well, she went to college.
Yeah, maybe she's dating Richard Maxwell.
Oh my
Oh my-
gosh.
Or
Richard
even
Maxwell's like way older than her.
true. Or even worse.
But it's Odyssey.
Yeah. Ages change. Or even worse, a liberal. Dating a liberal. That joke might not have cleared.
Oh my God. It's too. That's even worse.
Thanks, Gabe.
Yeah, you might want to.
I do like how they address Tom Riley, so that it's not like all the old characters just completely disappeared off the face of the earth.
Right.
We actually know what happened to some of them.
Right. To be fair, Tom was probably the biggest question mark because he was most established.
Yeah.
You know, like, if we're just
And
gonna
he's been there for like so
Right.
long.
if we're just gonna go with the same actor, Bart Rathbone being gone is kind of easy to fill in for yourself. But yeah,
Yeah.
like they should probably also
Don't
explain
miss him though.
They should probably also explain Bernard. Because those two are kind of the most dangling hooks.
Yeah.
And yes, at the
And
end,
again, Wit faces his own mortality or immortality.
true, Wit gained it somehow.
I mean, like the Jack and Joanne died in Scotland.
Oh god,
Or wherever.
there's that
Well,
episode.
Joanne's still alive, isn't she?
Both voice actors died.
Oh.
Didn't you
So
see?
they're in Scotland.
Didn't you see David Tennant's replacing Alan Young in the DuckTales reboot?
Oh gosh.
This is real. You can look that up. All right. Anyway, so at the end of the episode, we get the great, "Wow, Mr. Eugene, that was an exciting story." And I'm going to stop this offensive Buck impression. But basically, Buck realizes how exciting stories...
Spot on.
It does actually sound pretty good.
Okay. So anyway, Buck realizes...
It's really not a musical episode.
Yeah, I would just prefer a normal musical episode where they just suddenly have a big
Yeah,
song and
I-
dance number in Wits End. Sorry,
It
what?
was too like hillbilly for me.
You know what it felt like? It felt like one of those really bad live stage shows most theme parks have. Like
Yeah.
like take the biblical aspect out of it, I could completely see that at a Six Flags.
It kind of reminded me of like something out of The Rifleman and Bonanza and all Western shows just like compiled into one.
Pretty much.
And it's like,
Guess that
Yeah.
one.
The second half of it, I was really bored.
This, you mean
The
part?
first part was good, but like
Yeah,
the
it,
second part,
yeah. There were so many better directions to take that we're talking about Tom Riley's will thing, as opposed
Yeah.
to let's do a really pointless second half where it's all a stage show. I mean, I don't want to compare this to another show where the second half of an episode was all a stage show, but John knows what I'm talking about.
Sure.
Never mind. I mean, I can only think of one episode that completely pulled off. First act is a normal episode, second half is an opera. It's
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
series finale number 1 of 4.
What?
The Devil's Hands Are Idle Playthings.
Okay.
That's
That was weird. It was a weird episode.
I
that's-
thought John would pick that up.
but that wasn't even really an opera more than it was a musical
Well, still, most
episode, and it was like a musical 5 minutes.
I think it's the last 12 at least.
You guys can fight over it later.
So
Yes.
a gap between stuff.
All right, we're gonna come
Maybe
back.
5 minutes of singing.
Yes, I need to. I'll send John my obscure references in the future so we don't have these bad jokes. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, second half was kind of boring, but anyway, Buck joins the church's youth play productions or something and walks off with Jules into the sunset. So he's both becoming a Christian and I'll leave that other part up to you.
We don't know about Jules though.
Oh no,
We don't know about Jules.
we discover her thing is singing. I don't think they ever directly say go sing with the church, but
They
Yeah,
didn't say
I'm kind
that.
of excited to see what happens with her.
yeah. Because the troop stays in Odyssey, so
So like that's probably
They
what
gotta
he
come up
does,
with better things than that.
I would
unless
agree.
the third daughter comes back with a child.
Oh my. Well, that would be an interesting twist. And the third daughter is someone we know.
You make it sound like that's not gonna happen,
Eh,
but we know Odyssey.
that's
It's
true.
Renee.
Renee,
We know Odyssey. That's how it works.
that's true.
Doug.
Hi, Sparty. Okay, so that wraps up this album. Normally I would read the stuff for album 63, but that stuff is not available yet. So,
I
say
don't
we...
even think the first episode has come out yet, has it?
No, but generally
They
by...
just finished the last one.
Yeah, but generally
Oh.
by this point we at least have a title in the episode titles. So, I will talk about those as soon as they come out. Alright, so what's everyone's rating for this one?
5. I'll say. Actually, I don't know. I'll give it a 6. I don't know.
No.
I'll say it's a 6 also, but I really wish they did more with the fact that the album is called Let's Put On a Show, and the show part of the whole album is literally one episode, and it's not even
That great.
its own episode. It is a part of an episode.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, I think they need to do a whole album. That's a
Yeah.
whole.
If
Music
you're
show.
gonna name an album, Let's Put On a Show. How about you do a little bit more than that? Make it a little mini arc.
That would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Focus, keep an ear out. I'm gonna say...
Doesn't have to be as big as a Novacom arc,
Oh, please
but it
no.
can be just a little.
Yeah. I'm gonna say a 7 because it's... No, wait, a 6 because it's all wasted potential. The show, Buck and Jules. We didn't get to see any of Wooten and Penny on their honeymoon, which would probably have been more entertaining.
Oh yeah, it probably would have.
So, Leah? We can still hear you.
Probably a 7 because I liked like half of it plus.
Yeah. Okay.
There were just parts that I just did not like. It was better than the other new albums, I feel like.
It is one of the stronger ones lately if we take all the episodes together.
Yeah.
I will say that. Alrighty, so on to trivia. In the episode A Little Credit Please, what item is Connie buying when her credit card is declined?
Blender.
Something for mom.
Yeah, it's a blender.
It's a blender.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
Okay,
It's been a while.
right, so, yes, next week we are doing album 25, Darkness Before Dawn for real this time. Unless this guest I have lined up actually can make it next week, in which case we'll be doing album 9. So, I told the guest they could pick what album they want to do, and they said album 9.
Okay.
They didn't know it was album 9, I had to kind of figure that out, but... Alright,
Okay.
so, I'm
So they were
Will.
like, the
What?
album that has this episode where they did this,
Yes,
that,
it was the
other
Elijah.
thing.
They said it was the Elijah episode, so I just went from there.
Oh my god, that's very vague.
Well, no, there's only one episode where they do
Just-
Elijah, the story. So,
Isn't that just in time?
yes.
I've never heard that.
Okay, well, you got the Adventures in Odyssey Club, because they changed the name for some reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's weird.
Yeah, that video revealing it was not good.
Okay.
Never mind. Anyway, so I'm Will.
I'm John.
I'm Leah.
Oh.
We'll see you next week.